Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you are chasing the goose's tail? Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you are chasing a goose's tail? Ladies and gentlemen, people around the world, boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to where you are. It is that mysterious, that unknown, that half man, half tortoise, that African tortoise, that immaculate tortoise. I need to ask you a very important question. Can you subscribe to the channel? Hit the subscription button. Your subscription is very important and very much wanted on this channel. Of course, we need the support. We want to grow the channel. With that said and done, have you ever found yourself chasing a goose's tail? Well, first and foremost, you must ask yourself. One must ask themselves, what is a goose? A goose is an aquatic. No, yeah, goose is an aquatic bird. It lives one portion of its life on land, the other on water, and that normally that they come in two pairs, a male and a female. Of course, just about everything in the world comes in two pairs, but not everything in the world comes in two pairs. But there is the male and the female. The female and the male, they create their nest on the water, and they switch between land and water for the what's going here, what's it going here, for their habitation. We'll go habitation. I think, yeah, that we'll go habitation. And the term is chasing the goose. It's a term, it's a metaphor. Have you chased the goose's tail? Meaning, are you chasing something that's out of reach? Are you chasing something that seems to, the closer you get to it, the further it just seems to get away from you. That's what the meaning behind that, behind the word, are you chasing the goose's tail? And of course, there are many instances where one can chase a goose's tail. An example would be a dead end job. You go to this work, you work for about 5 years, and you've just been in the same position. There's been no improvement in terms of, financial gain or hierarchy climbing. There's been nothing of that nature. Another example would be relationships outside outside family relationships. You're trying to form a form of a friendship with somebody, and that relationship is just going nowhere. And where else? What other relationships are outside the family relationships? Friends, family. Let's see. We have to think here. Friends, family. Mm, Community relationships. You're trying to place yourself in a positive situation where you can help out the general community, but you're not going anywhere. That's also chasing the goose's tail. Of course, in my sense, it would be just time to abandon the ship. If you're not going anywhere, you're gonna have to give up the ghost, because then that relationship is not going anywhere. And you find yourself in the circumstances where you feel you have to chase a goose's tail, but you're not getting anywhere. Again, to chase a goose tail is to pursue something in life. It could be anything. It could The examples I can give are relationships, people's relationships, but it could be anything. It could be anything. It could be social based. It could be um a hobby that seems to get you nowhere. It allows you to build something, to get some form of excitement, some form of pleasure out of it, but it does not really build something for you. What else? What else can be termed as chasing a goose's tail? So we've got relationship, we've got hobby, we've got what else? We've got work, to pursuing a dead end career. And I think that's about it, really, where you can chase a goose's tail. In my personal experiences, yeah, I did chase a few goose's tails. I'll give you an example. When I was a young man, these young man hormones. You're going through these changes in your body, and one way that's expressed is through the opposite sex. You want to attract a beautiful girl, of course, and then you go to all means. By you go to the ends of the world. You will lift the world up so you can pursue that person. And yeah, I found myself in that circumstance where I was chasing this person for a long time, to no progress. I was just I would make one step forward and they would make one step forward, and it was just a dead end pursuit on my part. So I wasted a lot of time there. So as well as career wise, I worked in a few restaurants, hoping to go up the hierarchy, but that never went anywhere, of course. And any hobbies? Did I pursue any hobbies that got me nowhere? I don't want to knock gaming down because gaming is something that's something that I still enjoy nowadays. But gaming really does not get you anywhere. But that's a hobby. That's a leisure. So you can't really say that's chasing a goosey tail. If you were chasing a goosey tail, you would want something at the end of it besides the form besides the notion of leisure. Besides the notion of pleasure, you want something physically gained from that. You want to get something from it so you can build upon that. That's the whole point of the term chasing a goose's tail. But you are chasing that goose's tail with no result, which is the case. So yeah, when it comes to that point, it's time to abandon ship and just let it go. Just give up the ghost. Stop pursuing such desires. Stop trying to paddle your own canoe. Stop what word can we use here? Stop trying to feather your own nest and move on to better pursuits in life. Find the time that you and I have is very much precious, and you must use it wisely. It's very important that you use the time wisely. God will never take away something from you that he cannot replace with himself. God will never take something away from you that he cannot replace himself. It's very important that you understand that. So if whatever it is that you are pursuing, God has intended for you to not to pursue it. Otherwise, it would have come to you in the first place. But you must understand first and foremost what you are pursuing. Is it worth it or is it not worth it? With that said and done, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I got to end this vlog off the right way. Of course, I'm a very spiritual individual, so I've got some allergies, so my nose is a bit stuffy. I've got some this other half of the video is spirituality, and again, I must end this stuff the right way. If you're going through difficult times, if you're struggling, the first thing you can do is prayer. Prayer is very important. It allows you to meditate, it allows you to heal, it allows you to release the stress, it allows you to reflect and rethink. Again, if you're chasing nonsense, you can really reflect upon it in prayer. And of course, it connects you to God. And God, of course, that conversation is between you and God, between you and God, but it allows you to make that connection, and it will allow you to find fulfillment, to find salvation. So prayer is very, very important, beloved brother, beloved sister. With that said and done, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.